the extension of the knowledge of Christ. Christ, 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 Christ.
It's still 40 days of transformation, and we're still in this series of personal development. In this video, I'll be speaking about how to study books effectively. Every book seems to be a gateway to certain encounters. Books are very powerful. They enlighten us on subject matters. But the issue has always been many don't study book effectively. Just a little bit of recap before I speak about my subjects today, which is the power of journaling. A little bit recap. Last 2 weeks, I spoke about the subject matter of how to study God's word, and in that series, I actually spoke about effective keys. The first key I spoke about was repetition. No one maximizes a book that he has not read repeatedly. So important. So repetition is in fact, a person rightly said repetition is the mother of retention. And after that, I've repeatedly studied a book, because it's not just reading now, which is skimming, but studying. So I must engage repetition. Then the second key is actually concentration. How focused am I on the subject matter? Many just read and they are distracted here and now. But concentration fixes our eyes, much more our mind, on the subject matter. And the next key, which is so paramount, is comprehension. Have I understood the message of the author? What is the author trying to pass to? Because every book has an intent devised by the author. So what is the author trying to pass to me? In books, we rub minds with greater minds. So the major thing is that we must comprehend, not just read. We must understand what we are reading. And the last point is reflection, the ability to now ponder on what has been learned. What is the present day application to us? If these 4 keys must be achieved, then this topic I'm about to speak on is so important, it's so pivotal and instrumental to it, and that's journaling. I've observed over the years, one of the things that has helped me personally is the ability to journal the books I've read. As I speak, there are books I've read for, let's say 8 years ago. I still have the journaling. What it does is that it helps us to track our journey of understanding over the years. Books are not just to study. Some books are actually continuation of what we've read before. So we are actually furthering our understanding. Some books may lead you to certain books you've read a 4th time. That is why journaling is so powerful. Many lose track of their advancements in learning because they do not even take journaling serious. See what Apostle Paul has to say in 2 Timothy 4 verse 13. Apostle Paul said, "Bring the cloak that I left with Carpus at Troas when you come, and the books, especially the parchment." It's an apostolic culture. And that was how that the apostles learned. They gathered the Old Testament, the Torahs, and they never had the New Testament. Probably some of us didn't even know that. All they did was to get the scrolls of the prophets, which was the Old Testament, and by further light they interpreted the old in the new. So you can't learn in isolation. This is what journaling does to us. Journaling makes us to review our consistent, systematic structure of learning. So I urge you, this is the best way to study. Don't just study to just finish a book. I read every book nothing less than twice. First, by reading the book and repeatedly reviewing my journal. There are certain journals I've read over 20 times, and I'm still assuring I'm going to read over and over again, because the first time you've read it, you've not really gotten a full message. When you review your journal, you get a fuller message. This is how every revelation in each book keeps unveiling. It's like most times, have some of you observed that you read the book and you went to read that book, you observe something you've not seen before. That's the power of review, and that's what we do in journaling. I try as much as possible that even if I misplace a book, I don't misplace my journal. My journal refers me back to the intent of the author. It's so powerful. This is how we can develop ourselves in knowledge, personal development. This is the power of even prophecies. Probably you're giving prophecies, you journal it down. This is where action steps will come about the prophecies. Probably your visions, journal it down. Like I spoke about a few days ago, make it plain so that he that readeth may run. Journaling gives people speed in their journey. So powerful. So we must learn to document our thoughts, document what we are learning. Imagine your transformation process in a book. It's really going to be powerful, don't you think? I think I'm going to give that to someone as an assignment. Write your transformation process in a book. See you next week.